Is Wall Street buying up Main Street? Let's explore. There's been a lot of talk in the last few years, and increasingly since the pandemic, that large institutions such as BlackRock and Zillow are buying up the housing stock in the United States, driving prices up, and making home ownership unaffordable for the regular Jack and Jill. In this video, we'll explore if that actually is true, and if it is, what you can do about it. First, what advantages do institutional investors have over you and me? Funding. Well, first, they have really deep pockets. I mean, tons of investors and financial institutions are willing to lend to them because of their size and track records. Their ability to repay is also greater than you or me. Also, large institutions can borrow money very cheaply, meaning the interest they pay on their loans is much lower than we would pay. They can borrow at around half the interest rates available to average individual borrowers. If their interest rates are lower, then these companies have the ability to offer higher purchase prices on investment properties because they'll roll the higher purchase price into the mortgage. In short, higher purchase price with a lower interest rate can have the same monthly payment as a lower purchase price with a higher interest rate. Mom and pop investors can get beat out by larger investors because of their offer ability. A seller doesn't care what your mortgage's interest rate will be, they just want the most money they can get now for their property. Deep pockets also means institutional investors can make offers in cash versus a traditional buyer who will need to finance the property. Financing can take a while to be underwritten and approved, so institutions have time on their side when it comes to making offers and closing quickly, which sellers like. Next, economies of scale. So institutional investors are running large operations and have developed systems to make their large portfolios run efficiently. Not only can they save money on human capital, but they can also save money by getting bulk discounts when it comes to renovations and materials. So is it true that institutional investors are taking over the real estate market with all these advantages? To start, let's explore the total amount of homes in the United States actually owned by investors. According to Redfin.com, just under 16% of the current housing stock in the US is owned by investors. That being said, how much of that 16% is owned and controlled by institutional investors versus mom and pop investors? To find out, we can look at a company called Invitation Homes, which is owned by BlackRock and is the largest rental property company in the United States. Invitation Homes owns 0.5% of all the single-family homes for rent in the United States. So if Invitation Homes' market share is only 0.5% of all single-family rental homes, and they're the biggest institutional investor, then it appears smaller investors are making up a vast majority of the investing being done in the US. So if not for institutional investors driving prices up with their purchasing power and economies of scale, what is pushing housing prices up on Main Street? It's the fundamentals. Back to Econ 101. Currently, we're experiencing extremely low inventory because of a building shortage and people wanting to stay put because of COVID and lifestyle reevaluations. Second, we are seeing millennials come into home buying age and boomers are not kicking the bucket yet, creating friction when it comes to the housing turnover. Lastly, we are still at historic lows for mortgage interest rates, and as I mentioned before, borrowing money cheaply can have major impacts on monthly payments. So, demand for borrowing and buying is high, driving housing prices up. In conclusion, no, institutional investors are not taking over the housing market. And moreover, as we've seen with Zillow's historic stumble in their house buying operations and ability to evaluate the price of homes, real estate is a highly localized industry that will take more than a few algorithms to be changed. If you want to get started in real estate investing right now, check out our website at renttoretirement.com or set up a call with one of our investment counselors using the link below. Please give us a like and subscribe if this video was useful to you, and check us out on social media or connect with me at Sam H Real Estate. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.